Hey, welcome to Polish with Ray. I'm Rachel and today we are going to be taking a look at some items that will be available in December's Polish Pickup Shop. This month's shop will be open from December 5th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time through December 8th. And the theme this month is Maker's Choice. So every year in December, there's not one common theme that all makers are inspired by, but instead each maker is encouraged to select a theme of their choice. If you're not familiar with Polish Pickup, it's a monthly collaboration between a lot of different indie makers. They create limited edition nail polish inspired by usually a common theme. There are other items in addition to nail polish available as well, nail polish adjacent product, nail care, body care, and lots more. And the shop always opens the first Friday of the month at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. The wish listing feature on the site, so that means you'll be able to see and preview everything that will be available in the shop. That always goes live the Sunday before the shop opens, and this month that is on November 30th. So there's no set time for when the shop will be up for wish listing for preview, but for me it's usually sometime that evening and I'm in the Eastern Time zone. So in today's video, I will live swatch what I have to share with you that will be available in December's Polish Pickup Shop. We'll look at full hand swatches in a variety of different lightings. And after we've looked at all the polishes, I will do a blind sniff of this month's KBShimmer Sugar Scrub that will also be available in the shop. And we'll finish up with favorites at the end. All right, we have some beautiful shades to look at today, so let's go ahead and get into the swatches. We're going to start off with Cadillacquer's offering this month. This is Experience, and it's described as being a light blue to purple magnetic and a deep blue base, packed with red to orange to yellow Aurora shimmer. It's going to be $14.50 and will be capped at 295 bottles. What an unusual number. So this one had a really gorgeous formula, super smooth and even on its coverage. Without the magnet, it was fully opaque in just a couple coats. However, I recommend magnetizing this one. It's really beautiful. It's got the super punchy contrast between the magnetic pigment and the shimmer and base. So I went in for a third coat here, applied a bar magnet, held it on there for about 30 seconds, and this was the finished result. Like I said, so much contrast. I actually put this one first because before reading the description, before I got the description, I thought the base of this was red. But it is described as having a deep blue base. That red shimmer is just shimmer. It's like a red to orange to yellow Aurora shimmer. So this is 3 coats with a glossy top coat and some sunlight, middle and ring finger with a 30-pound horseshoe magnet, thumb here is unmagnetized, and pointer and pinky are with a bar magnet. Like I said, unmagnetized, this one was opaque in 2 coats, and I think if you used a horseshoe magnet, you would only need 2 coats as well, but with a bar magnet, I do recommend a third. And then here's what it looks like indoors near a window, so some indirect natural lighting. You can really see that shift to gold in that Aurora shimmer, and yeah, there are just so many colors in this. Next up from Stella Chroma, we have Fair Isle. This one's described as having a creamy olive green base with silver holographic flakies and a strong red to gold shimmer. It's going to be $13.50 and there will not be a cap. This one had a beautiful formula. You can see just how even it is on that very first coat. Fully opaque for me in 2 coats. Maybe longer nail lengths would want a third, but I do think most people will be good with this in just 2. I love that striking like coppery gold shimmer against that like grungy olive, grungy yellow base. So this is 2 coats with a glossy top coat in some kind of overcast sunlight, and you can see just how beautifully that shimmer pops against the base. The hollow flakes are sparkly and twinkly. And then here's what it looks like indoors near a window. This one definitely leans yellow against my skin tone, but I can, like in the bottle to me, it does look a little bit more olive leaning. So I think it's one that's going to play up against your skin tones. Definitely a great shade for all you prugly lovers. Next up from KBShimmer, we have Everything is Pine. This one has a deep blue-green base. It's It's got color shifting shimmer that shifts blue and green depending on the light, as well as holographic flakes. And the way the shimmer catches the light will kind of seem to change the appearance of the base with this one. Sometimes it looks a little bit more green, other times it looks much more teal. This one was also fully opaque in 2 coats. Wonderful formula, very even and smooth application. And for this one, I can't really see many needing more than just a couple coats. So here's what 2 coats look like with a glossy top coat and some sunlight. This is a breathtaking shade, you all. And truly this kind of color, I feel like goes wonderfully in any season. I would wear it for winter, fall, or summer. The hollow flakies are so gorgeous in sunlight. They're very holographic and sparkly. And then in lower lighting, that base color really steals the show and you get a nice glow from the shimmer in here. Next up from Tyler's Trinkets, we have heels, nails, blade, mascara, fit check for my napalm era. Every time. And this is a blackened indigo base packed with pink to orange to gold and turquoise to blue to purple shifting flakes and a touch of silver and gold hollow micro glitters. This one is fully opaque and just a couple coats. Another 2-coater. I love it. I tend to apply really thin coats. Typically, because I prefer the dry down time, this was fully opaque in 2 thin coats. And I recommend going in for thinner coats with this shade just because it is so flaky packed. So this is 2 coats with a glossy top coat and some studio lighting. I love this. Love the colors, the blue, the pink, all the contrast between that deep dark base and those flashy flakes, the little sparkle of hollow. Mira would 100% approve of the shade. It is right up her alley, and of course those flakes glow even more in like indirect lighting like you're seeing here. And then here is what it looks like indoors near a window on an overcast day. Next up from Moonshine Manny, we have In My Showgirl Era. This one is a royal purple jelly packed with iridescent glitter shifting red to gold to green. It's going to be $13.50 and there's a cap of 600 bottles. Here on the first coat, you can see this one has a very squishy jelly base. It's got smooth, even application. When I built it up to 3 coats, I had a little bit of visible nail line still. If you've got longer nail lengths, then I think you'll have even more. So if that's not your thing, you're going to want to pair it with some kind of blurring base coat. I will say that the nail line thing wasn't super noticeable on me. It's such a deep base color and there are a good amount of glitters in here that distract from it. But this is 3 coats. Love the contrast between that gorgeous, vibrant purple base and those fiery glitters. I want to see more of these iridescent glitters. I thought they were gorgeous. So this is 3 coats with a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat. I definitely recommend a glitter smoother for this one just because some of those glitters are on the larger side. But this one looked gorgeous in every lighting. Really glowy glitters in bright lighting, and then in lower lighting you could see the shift a little bit more. Just beautiful. This month from Cuticula, we have Berry Lit. This one is a berry base with pink to orange shifting shimmer and silver holographic flakes. It's going to be $13.50 and there will not be a cap. We have another 2-coater, people. I'm just so pleased to see that. This one had great opacity, wonderful formula, really smooth and even, easy to work with. Was pretty opaque on that first coat, but that second coat definitely deepened up the base color and intensified the glow from the shimmer, and that shimmer is ultra glowy. So here are 2 coats with a glossy top coat and some sunlight. Look at the shift on that shimmer. It is beautiful against that dark, rich, vampy base. And the hollow flakes in here are very sparkly, very holographic, but they're like on the smaller sides. So they add like a little bit of like a slightly lighter twinkly, like it feels a little bit more ethereal is what I'm trying to say. They're not like the big chunky silver holographic flakes. These feel a little bit more like a little sophisticated. But truly, this one is also gorgeous in every lighting. Up next from Sassy Sauce Polish, we have Rosé the Night Away. This one is a thermal that's purple when cold and clear when warm. It's got an orange to red to gold to green shimmer and black and ghost flakies. It's going to be $13.50 and will be capped at 500 bottles. This one definitely is going to need 3 coats for full opacity. I was surprised just how opaque it was in 3 coats because sometimes these thermals that transition to a colorless base still show a little bit of visible nail line in 3, but there's a lot of stuff in this one. The flakies, the ghost flakies, the black flakies, the shimmer, when it was cold, when it was warm, I had opacity in 3 coats. So this is 3 coats with a glossy top coat and some sunlight in its cold state. You can see it's like a warmer tone of purple, and the shimmer in here really plays up against that base, sometimes giving it like a little bit of a reddish hue. It's really, really interesting. And then here is what it looks like indoors near a window in its warm state, and that shimmer becomes so much more apparent once this warms up. Most thermals, I prefer them in their cold state, but this one, I think I prefer it in its warm state. You can see it's starting to chill out again. It's getting cold again. Sassy Sauce's thermals are very reactive. From by Dany Vianna, we have Christmas Spirit or Xmas Spirit. It's a bright, magical shade that can be worn either on its own or as a topper. It's got a clear base with a mix of reflective glitters, a sparkling gold aurora shimmer, and a gold green iridescent glitter mix as well. It's $14 and it will have a 400 bottle cap. So I'm showing it here, 1 coat over black. My goodness, more iridescent glitters. What a treat. I don't know what's with me right now, but I'm really liking those. This looked gorgeous over black, but it also looked beautiful on its own. I'm going to show you what that looks like in a couple coats. Now in 2 coats, because this does have a clear base, I did have a little bit of visible nail line, but there are a lot of things packed in here. So I would not recommend really going back past 2 coats. I think at that point it'll get a little bit thick. So I recommend 2 coats, glitter smoother, and a glossy top coat. So that's what I have shown here over a gray cream on my pointer and middle finger on its own, and 2 coats on my ring and pinky, and then over a purple cream here on my thumb. I either prefer to wear this like on its own or maybe with some kind of like white blurring base or like neutralizing blurring base, or over black. I really liked that pop you got from those flakies and glitters against a deeper, darker base. But it was really fun to play around with like the gray and purple bases, and I can't wait to layer this on top of other things. It definitely feels festive to me. Next up from All Mixed Up Lacquers, we have Waiting on Halloween. This one I do not have a description for, but I would describe it as being a white crelly base. It's got purple metallic shards as well as black shards, neon yellow hex glitters, neon green hex glitters, and neon orange hex glitters. I don't have pricing for this one, a couple others too. So once I have that, I will leave it down in the description box. This is packed. And I mean packed with glitters and shards. So I would recommend stopping at 2 coats. On my full hand swatch, I did do 3 and I regretted it. It was overkill. It was not necessary. I had full opacity in just a couple coats. So 2 coats, definitely add a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat, and this is what you get. Really fun mix. I was so shocked to get this in my PR package. I got it way early, so I had to like look at the date a few times. Like, wait a second, was this supposed to release before? Did I skip this around Halloween season? No. The maker just really likes Halloween. Love that. I'm sure many of you can relate. I wouldn't mind going back to Halloween. But yeah, this one looks stunning. With the glitter smoother and a glossy top coat, it just plumps out really well, and it is perfect for spooky season. From Colores to Carol this month, we have Dreaming North. This one is a pastel green to aqua to pink shifting base with a magnetic multi-chrome effect and green to blue to fuchsia to gold color shifting flakes. So really unique combination. As soon as I saw this, the first thing that came to mind was I have nothing like this. I don't even think I've ever swatched anything like this. Two coats gives you a really like light, ethereal kind of vibe, unmagnetized. But to use a bar magnet to magnetize that way, I definitely recommend 3 coats. If you want to use a horseshoe magnet or velvetize, then I think you could stick with 2 coats. So 3 coats with a bar magnet, 30 seconds. Here's what it looks like. No visible nail line for me, and I think almost everyone would have full opacity with this one in 3 coats. So here's what those 3 coats look like with a glossy top coat in some sunlight. Look how shifty that pigment is, shifting from like a limey green to more of an aqua to a blue. Ooh, it is such an interesting magnetic pigment. Again, pointer and pinky are with a bar magnet, middle and ring show the velvet effect, and thumb is unmagnetized here. I think my favorite way to magnetize this one is with a bar magnet, so you can see those flakies a little bit better. I really like this kind of magnetic pigment velvetized though. It created a really gorgeous like shiny halo that just sat on top of those flakies. It was really pretty, but I got to fully appreciate the flakies and the contrast between the base and the magnetic pigment when it was magnetized with a bar magnet. And the final polish I have to share with you today comes from Painted Polish, and it's called Bling in the New Year. This one has a clear base. I do not have a description, by the way. I'm winging it. This one has a clear base. It's got some silver and gold holographic micro glitter, as well as some black flakes, and I think some platinum flakes too. So I'm going to show you what this looks like both on its own and as a topper. You can see here when it's applied on its own, it builds up pretty quickly, and there are a lot of glitters and flakies in here. So personally, I would stop at 2 coats with this one. I think that 3rd coat would increase the coverage, but it might also make it a little thick on the nails, so you be the judge. This is what it looks like over a light pink cream. I also really liked this as a topper. Over the light pink, it wasn't my favorite. I'll show you how I preferred wearing this one on the full hand swatch. But you can see a good amount of that base color showing through. So I would say this one does have versatility to either be worn as a topper or on its own. So here's what it looks like with a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat. It's on its own in 2 coats on my pointer and middle finger. Ring and pinky show it in 1 coat over a taupe cream, and then on my thumb is 1 coat over a dark green cream. I loved how this looked over the taupe cream. Oh my gosh, it gave me that blurred nail line, that full coverage look, and it looked so classy. But I thought it was absolutely beautiful on its own in 2 coats as well. If I look closely, I can see my visible nail line, but there's so much going on my nails with all of that holographic, the flakies, the bling, that I am not looking at my nail line. You know what I mean? This is what it looks like in natural light. Check out that hollow. This is a very overcast day, and you still get so much sparkle. I've already put together like my holiday rack for this season, and this will be an addition. It is just perfect for New Year's. So those are all the polishes I have to share with you today, but we are gonna look at one more item. Each month, KBShimmer releases a hand and body sugar scrub in the shop, and this month's scent is Cozy at Home. If you've not used KBShimmer sugar scrubs before, they are wonderful. I get them in PR, but I've also purchased many sugar scrubs as well. I use them weekly as part of my manicure routine, but I also like using them as part of my pedicure routine and to exfoliate my legs before I shave. They have some really hydrating, moisturizing emollient ingredients that help your skin retain moisture while sloughing off the dry, dead skin. Some of those ingredients include castor seed oil, olive oil, cocoa seed butter, as well as shea butter. I also am very consistently pleased with the scents of each one. I find them to be on the stronger side, so the scent tends to linger after I've washed off the product, but they're not so strong that it's a cloying scent because I am sensitive to headaches when scents are a little bit overpowering. These never give me headaches. I love that. And this scent in particular, I am pretty excited about because I think it's a KBShimmer Sugar Scrub scent that has released in the past. I want to say it was 2020. There was a Cozy at Home scent released. I remember. I want to say it was back in like 2019, 2020. It was around, you know, that time. And I'm pretty sure there was a Cozy at Home scent released then that I was wild about. I like used that scrub until there was absolutely nothing left. I cherished every bit of it. So when this came in the mail and I saw the name of the scrub, I was like, oh my gosh, could it be? Is it back? I really hope so. So I don't remember exactly what that smelled like, but if I had to describe it, it just smelled like comfy blankets. I know that doesn't give you a lot to go off of, but it smelled very like earthy and soft. It wasn't a bakery scent or anything like that. It just smelled like something I would like a candle of in my home. It just had like a really clean kind of earthy scent. So I have not smelled this yet. It is still in its protective seal to prevent it from leaking during transit, but obviously I'm really eager to open it up and smell, so let's do it. Oh my gosh, it's the same scent! Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I love this scent. It just, yeah, it's like got just the tiniest amount of sweetness and a little bit of earthiness. And it just smells so clean. Oh my gosh. I might have to order a backup of this, y'all. Like, it smells so good. I'm like very tempted to just swap out one of my sugar scrubs that I have in my bathroom with this one because I want to use it immediately. Okay, it says that Cozy at Home Hand and Body Sugar Scrub is one of the maker's all-time favorite scents. I agree. At first, it's got a sweet hint of vanilla opening, but then deeper notes of tonka bean begin to emerge. It's rich and complex. It's got subtle floral notes of vanilla and jasmine, as well as a trace of patchouli. Yeah, this smells really, really complex to me. Honestly, it's just so perfectly balanced and sweet that I wouldn't mind having this as like a fragrance and wearing it. Oh my gosh, yes, I recommend this. So those are all the items I have to share with you that will be available in December's Polish Pickup Shop. Let me know down in the comments, what are you planning to grab in the shop, whether I showed it to you in today's video or not. As far as favorites go, there was one major standout for me. KBShimmer is on fire this month with the scrub and this gorgeous polish. Everything is pine. I saw it and immediately, yes. I love the formula. It was an easy two-coater. The base like shifts. Sometimes it's like kind of green looking. Other times it's more teal. And then the blue shimmer is so glowy and the holographic. So yeah, this one was my top pick. But again, let me know your favorites down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, hopefully you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. You can hype the video too. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that so you don't miss out on future videos. And I will see you next time. Bye!